With the announcement that starting from Season 8, players above Diamond would no longer be affected by performance adjustments for their skill rating, a lot of lower rated players were really not too happy. Now, it may not be in my power to just call Jeff and ask him to make this change ladder-wide, but what I can do is try to make the climb a bit easier for you. And as we all know, making as big of an impact on your match as possible is usually a good way to start. Which is why today we are counting down my personal top 5 best high impact heroes for low elo. Do note, however, that there's no such thing like a cheat. There's no easy way to get somebody who is inherently at a silver level to suddenly play in diamond and above. There's always a learning curve, and it always comes down to you and your personal improvement. Now, without further ado, let's get cracking with number 1, Roadhog. I picked Roadhog first for all this because he perfectly illustrates the trade-off nature of high impact heroes, or really any heroes for that matter. Each and every one of these sly bastards is supposed to excel at a certain thing, and to balance that out, they are given deliberate weaknesses that others can exploit. In the case of Roadhog, you're really playing with fire. He has great potential to make a high impact with his hook, particularly on maps where you can hook people off of the point, but you obviously live very dangerously as what is commonly referred to as an ult battery. That means that if you don't land your hooks to make the impact you desire, all you do is feeding the easiest ultimate charge currently present in this video game. Moving on to number 2, Zenyatta. Now, some of you might think that as a Zenyatta main I am very biased and this will be the only reason why I put him on this list, and you're probably right, but that's not gonna stop me from defending my choice anyway. If we're all honest here for a second, as much as Zenyatta is classified as a support, this killing machine has more of a glorified DPS than anything else. If you ever wondered who's the best hero to actually learn the game with, my choice would always be Zenyatta, and here's why. Zenyatta punishes you for each and everything you do wrong, and he rewards you greatly when playing him properly. If you want to learn how to shot call a Discord orb on the enemy, is a great incentive for your team to actually listen to you. If you want to learn how to position yourself, Zenyatta has a great way of telling you when your positioning is bad. Dying over and over again because he has no mobility to speak of. That means you either learn how to position yourself or you fail miserably. What better incentive is there than that, am I right? What makes him such a great hero for low elo is that he fills a support slot in a world where everyone wants to play DPS. His ultimate is arguably the most powerful defensive ability in this game, and he goes for a truckload of damage himself, and that on very quick projectiles that are more forgiving thanks to their low hitbox. So if that did not convince you that Zenyatta is a great pick, I don't know what will. But hey, maybe number 3 is going to resonate a bit better with you. Widowmaker. Now, before people start throwing stones at me for even uttering the name, I mean, what could be worse than that? Hanzo? Well, technically both of them are kinda in the same boat. Remember the trade-offs I talked about when I started with Roadhog? Same deal here. Sure, you have great pick potential as a sniper, but the trade-offs come down to a massive reliance on mechanical skill as well as inconsistency during teamfights. The first pick you get as Widow does not give your team an advantage. It equalizes the engagement, because with you being a sniper that sits in the back, there is one less body on the objective, one less person that can soak damage for the team, which means the remaining members soak more in turn, making picks easier for the enemies and putting more pressure on your supports. So if you want to be a useful sniper, you don't only have to preferably open up an engagement with 2 picks, you also have to know how to play the maps properly to consistently put the enemies at a disadvantage by staggering them. The reason I still put them on this list for low elo players is because people down there often have horrendous positioning, which you can abuse with any of the heroes mentioned on this list so far. But yeah, this one more than anything else is a huge gamble that relies on you and you alone. If you fail, you can single-handedly lose a match for your team, so make sure you actually do your job. And that brings us to number 4, Farah. Farah is almost like a free ticket out of low elo. The reason this flying rat is low-key broken is because very few heroes in this game can even contest, let alone counter her. She's the kind of hero that does require a fair few hours to get a feeling for a projectile speed and get some experience to learn when you can and cannot show your face. A Farah that only relies on getting pocketed will not make it far on ladder. But whenever you're on attack and you see that the enemies are not running hit scan, Farah can be a great surprise pick to essentially get the first point for free. As long as you aren't a ground Farah or somebody who fundamentally hates playing this hero, you should be fine. It's but a matter of how much time you invest in practicing her. And wrapping this all up is number 5, your best hero. Everything I talked about today makes sense to a certain extent when you just look at how the game works, but reality is that hero affinity and personal skill sets are a big factor. I started off Season 2 in Platinum trying to carry myself out of it as Soldier because everyone was saying that he was a good pick, and so I played him despite the fact that I think he's probably the most boring hero in this entire game. As I mentioned earlier, if you fundamentally hate playing a hero, limiting yourself to only pick them when it's an advantageous swap is completely fine. You should try to play your best heroes whenever the situation allows you to, because odds are that you will make a bigger impact while playing them. And once you find your mains, like Zenyatta and Ana were for me back in Season 2, you will easily and rapidly rank up. I mean, damn, I hit Diamond that same season despite struggling for half of it, and then the next one already had me hit Master. If you know what you're good at, you know when to swap, and you got your goal set on improving, then ranking up will come naturally. Climbing the ladder should not be your goal, it's a byproduct of plain and simply improving yourself as a player. Knowing when to play your best hero, but also admitting when it's not working, understanding how the game works, working together with your team, and always focusing on being the best version of yourself that you can be. Don't submit yourself to the notion that you have to play, I don't know, DPS only to rank up. That's nonsense. If you're a kick-ass Lucio, then you will eventually learn how to take advantage of the enemy's positioning. Getting sick multi-kill boobs, taking 1v1s like a champ, and ranking up like it's nobody's business. You can rank up on any hero as long as you keep improving on them. That's how the ladder has been designed. And with that said, this is me done for the day as I count down my personal top 5 best high impact heroes in Overwatch. If you enjoyed the video, then do let me know by dropping me a like on your way out. Subscribe if you want to see more, and I hope to see you all next time.